One, go. Hi, I'm the CEO of Dump.Waste, and let's get on to it, shall we? The Philippines is a country run by plastic sachets and trash. The Philippines is also a country that is the melting pot of typhoon, and blocking of sewerages because of trash only magnifies the detrimental effects of it. A great example is Typhoon Ondoy, a typhoon affecting 1 million families and costing the government $1 billion. Unfortunately, the government today does not have plans to reinforce and deal with the climate dilemma. Fortunately, though, there are 15,000 environmental NGOs who want to take care of the situation. Unfortunately, a very big pain point for them is, quote, we spend a great deal cleaning Area X only to find out Area Y is more urgent. So this is where Dump.Waste comes in. In one sentence, Dump.Waste is an app that helps citizens mark and act on illegal dumps in their area. So it's like a weather forecast map, but instead of details about the weather, you get details about the trash around you. It's important because it can help us know where and what the trash are, data driven. It shows us the severity of an area's environmental health and prompts people to take action with information. But how does that happen? First, we photograph areas with illegal dumps. Second, we provide information about the trash in question, which can be done by simply clicking button-like interfaces. And finally, we share the data on the map and organize cleanup events, which in turn can cultivate a culture of recreational cleanups, ensuring a green future. For the demo, this is Dump.Waste in iPhone X. It's simplified. So let's go to a reporter's point of view. Let's go to step one. I have found a big mound of trash, and upon picturing, location is automatically filled in because of the EXIF or metadata. And then all I have to do as a user is just to click buttons indicating the trash type, the size, the accessibility, and additional notes. And just like that, we have placed something on the map. Now let's go to the point of view of someone who wants to initiate a cleanup. Now, all of the information are in the interface. It's easy to scan. And when you have the time, the resources, the people, you can start a cleanup. And starting a cleanup is easy as filling in the blanks: title, description, date, contact person, meeting point. And also, you could use cleanup coverages. You could cover the areas reported by other users. And just like that, you've created a cleanup event, which you can share in your social media accounts. And now let's go to somebody who wants to join a cleanup. So all the details are here. And if he's happy with the details, all he has to do is attend. And just like that, it's added to his calendars. Now we want the users to stay. So we've had a point system where if you report more and you join cleanups more, you have more points and have that inner sense of glory. That's for the demo. And go back to the slides. Our unique advantages are real-time trash mapping, trash information and disposal guide, convenient information pre-filling or metadata, and gamification. For our business model, I've implemented a pay-per-user monthly subscription. Now, I don't want Dump.Waste to be something that's nice to have. I want companies to need them. That's why I'm targeting the corporate social responsibility of a company. This is a metric determining their social impact. The higher it is, the better their performance. So what I do as a company is have their employees download the app, use the app, and then if they're performing well in the app, I give them a CSR rating and certification, greatly boosting performances. And all they have to do is pay monthly or annually. And the introduction of money can, of course, increase commitment levels. Another route I want to take is to use it as a government tool to help them make better data-driven decisions. Now, I help them first, and then when I am deemed credible enough, I go to them and have a dedicated task force. It's a contract basis. These are the problem solvers: CEO, me, Nikki, interaction designer, and God's research. And of course, Corona is the biggest problem right now. But how about after it? There will be lots of masks lying around. And in the future, I also plan to collaborate with local businesses to use the trash wisely. That's it for Dump.Waste. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Really cool solution, Carl. All right, judges, do you have questions for Dump.Waste? It looks like Judge Vaughn has a question.
Hi. You're called Team Trash.
Yeah, we are a trash team, literally.
Okay, it's a good. Okay, very catchy name. Now, is your only solution is to match people to do a cleanup event?
No, actually, the main purpose of this app is to map out data like how you would see a weather forecast map would. The cleanup is a very nice feature to add.
Okay, so it's probably it can be used as for multiple applications, right?
Yes.
Okay, in future, it might help you in your presentation to address, to inform that they have multiple applications. How would they look like? The other question is, why would consumers be the best person to pay for this product?
I'm sorry.
Would
Specifically,
wouldn't be wouldn't this be serve more of a non-profit product rather than a commercial product?
well, that's the thing. We have to pay for the servers and everything back end. But on my remember my second route, the government route, that's where I plan to go non-profit. So that way I'm helping NGOs actually create manage cleanups. But if I want to make money, I go to companies wanting to increase their corporate social responsibility.
So you think that customers, like consumers, would feel the pain enough to pay for this?
I am thinking companies who would enforce this in their employees so that in return they would get a better CSR rating.
Okay, so I'm looking forward to Eugene's question then.
Thank you, Ma'am Juan.
All right, Eugene, you want to go ahead?
Okay, so maybe I'll comment on whether CSR would actually pay for this. Probably not, to be honest. Even if we are off air, and I don't think I'll be too concerned with this ECSR rating as well. I mean, to be honest. So you're going to rethink your business model. This is probably not going to work with companies. If you look at across even Southeast Asia, the owners, if you will, of even removing the trash and so on and so forth, a lot of it has got to do with policy enforcement, right? To ensure that there's no illegal dumping. And then thereafter, a lot of the owners is also on the government. Even in Indonesia, in Jakarta, for example, where it used to be the case where there were lots of legal dumping, the government has done a great job on cleaning it up. And if places were dirty, you just pick up a phone line and call up the Ministry of Environment and somebody takes care of it, right? So you got to take that into consideration. Then back to the question that I have, which is quite related to first, which was the cost of cleaning things up, right? When you get volunteers and all, there is an actual cost to it, right? If it was just basic trash, there is still the rubbish bags, so on and so forth. I mean, coastal cleanups cost maybe about $1,000 per engagement, right? And if there were even bigger trash, right, due to illegal dumping, construction materials, the cost of an entire truck to clear off those loads again runs in the cost of hundreds of dollars. Where do you envision that? Who's going to pay for that?
Can I answer that? Initially, before we had our mentorship, I was really focused on making this a non-profit, and this app was really intended to help government make data-driven decisions. However, because of the criteria of business model, I kind of forced the CSR in. Thank you for your suggestions, though. I have learned something new today.
All right, we've got a question from Judge David as well.
Thanks very much. That was a great presentation. Same question really about the business model. I guess I'm wondering if you intend to analyze the trash, try to figure out technically where the trash is coming from, and then going back to the companies and saying, look, you have a trash problem. This is a visibility and PR problem, and how can you incentivize them to help clean it up, given the fact that you can identify where it's coming from. You could use an AI algorithm, for example, and try to figure out who's the source of this trash, which companies. So I'm just wondering if that's kind of part of your longer term vision.
Actually, no, we could. However, since this is a volunteer thing, there will eventually be trashes identified. And this is why I'm going back to ask for the government's aid. Because with the data, they know that, oh, this comes from, let's say, brand X. They could go to that brand and maybe use the data from Dump.Waste to make policies. So again, data is all behind this. I hope I answered your question, Sir David. Thank you very much.
I do have one more comment to add, right? Which is
I'd love to receive more comments.
the individuals as well as the companies that will suffer most when you have an app which identify dumping areas is actually property owners as well as real
Sorry,
estate companies.
Eugene's gonna have to cut you off.
Sure, no problem.
All right, thank you very much, Team Dump.Waste, and thank you very much, judges, for those really insightful comments and questions. If you like Dump.Waste, thank you.
I'm sorry.
If you like Dump.Waste pitch, make sure to vote for them at